I'm back at it again with a new video. So today we're doing my top 10 favorite TV shows. And if you don't know me, which probably none of you do, I love TV. I watch a lot of TV. I watch it daily. My favorite sport is couch surfing. I do it every day. It's very time consuming. You gotta buy so much gear. It's my favorite sport by far. So yeah, let's just get started. Number 10 is Dance Academy. And if you don't know what Dance Academy is, it has a picture of something from it. It's about a girl named Tara. I was a really big dancer, and I really like dance shows, so I watched this one. And so this girl named Tara who goes to the Dance Academy for ballet in Australia. It's the National Academy of Dance. And she meets this girl named Kat and Abigail and Sammy who dies, which is so sad. I cried a little bit. Not that much, to be honest. Heartless. And yeah, it's just a good show. And in each of my things, I'm gonna say my favorite person and my least favorite person. Alright, so my favorite person is Tara, of course, because she's like cool. And my least favorite person is Grace. She was annoying when she stole that red shoe dance, and then she's the reason she like broke her back again. Girl, she needed. My hair's like a mess right now. But yeah, 9 is Supernatural. And alright, so this show is about two brothers, Sam and Dean, who fight off monsters. And I like it because it's a little more realistic than other monster fighting shows, kind of. Other people say it's cheesy. I don't think it is, but whatever. They can make what they want. And so yeah, I just like that show. My favorite person is Dean. He was when I was little, I had the hugest crush on him. And I would always have him as my fake boyfriend in my games, even though he's like 100 and I'm like 6 at the time. Okay, my least favorite person for sure is Ruby. She was so annoying. I hated her the whole time. Okay, number 8 is Baby Daddy. If you don't know what that is, it's about a dad, this guy named Ben, and really car. Can you go away? Okay. It's about this guy named Ben, and he has a best friend Tucker, and a brother Danny, and a girl Riley, and his mother Bonnie, and Riley was in love with Ben, and then Ben was in love with Riley, but now Riley's in love with Danny. But, okay, so, one day Ben was like, hanging out with his brother who just moved to town, and moved in with him, and they got a door knock. Okay, they got a knock on the door, and there was a baby, and it was his baby, and then he wants to give it up, and then he ends up raising it. It's pretty much the story. My favorite person is definitely Bonnie, and my least favorite person is his dad. His name I can't remember. I don't know why. I don't really hate him. It's just out of all the people, he's my least favorite. I don't care for him. Number 7 is Pretty Little Liars. And why it's number 7 is because I already finished it 100 times. I was so obsessed with it like last year. I was obsessed. It was everywhere. Like I had a wallpaper, I had a thing on my computer, I had a poster, I had everything Pretty Little Liars. And I loved it, and I don't know. I just love that show so much. And I'm a little obsessed, and I can't wait for the new season, and I'll probably be obsessed with it again. The last season that came out, I finished in one night. That's how I had like a double shot Starbucks energy that you get from like Walmart, and I was drinking it, and it was I like didn't even mean to stay up all night. It was just 1 minute. It was dark, and then the next it was light. My hair. And so yeah, my favorite person in that show is Aria. I actually named my cat that I used to have after her, but then my mom gave it away. I miss her. And my least favorite person is Allison's mother, whose name I cannot remember at the moment. Yeah. But I'm glad she's there because she's like a huge part of that story. And also my favorite relationship is Spoby. Actually, I have a shirt. Fine. Okay, see, I have a shirt that says relationship goals Spoby, and it has this picture. I'm so sad they break up. Okay, so yeah. Number 6 is Raising Hope. And if you don't know what this show is, it's kind of like Baby Daddy. Except this guy gets a serial killer pregnant, and she ends up in prison, obviously, because she's a serial killer. And he gets the baby, and he has a mother named Virginia and a father named Bert. And he's dating a girl named Sabrina. And yeah. And the baby's name is Hope. Which I think is cute because my next favorite show has a baby named Hope too. I think that. But yeah, I really love that show. It's so funny. It's just not what I have on my... So yeah, my favorite people in this show are, my favorite person is... I couldn't pick one, but Bert and Virginia are so freaking hilarious. I really love Virginia, but I really love Bert. And my least favorite is I forgot his name, you guys. But he's a creepy friend. I'll put a picture right here. Mark, maybe? No, it's not Mark. Frank. Frank. Okay. I think that's his name. If I'm wrong, then oops. Yeah, I don't like him very much. He's weird. And he was so annoying when he married Jimmy. Number 5 is The Originals. And if you don't know what The Originals is, then you have no life. I'm just kidding. If you watch Vampire Diaries, it's like a spin-off of like The Originals and Vampire Diaries. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then it's about this vampire named Klaus, and he gets a wolf named Haley pregnant, which they didn't think was gonna happen. Well, vampires can't get people pregnant, but he's a hybrid, which is a wolf and a vampire, so he was able to. And she had a baby named Hope, and I think it's so cute. And he like becomes a dad. Like, can you not? Because, like, everyone thinks he's a monster, and then he's this loving father singing to his daughter. Like, to me, that's like, stop it right now. Okay, whatever. So my favorite person is Klaus and Elijah. I love them. And my least favorite has to be their mother. She's so annoying. Or their aunt. Annoying, too. Number 4 is actually in a tie with number 3, but I just had to because is American Horror Story. And since this show has so many different characters, it's not just like one character throughout the whole season, like the whole series. It's like they have different like characters with different names, same actors. Actually, okay, so for this one, I'm just gonna pick a favorite season and a least favorite season. So my favorite season, number 3, Coven. And why? It's because it was entertaining, and they brought back the like Tate and Violet love thing with Zoe and Kyle. Zoe and Kyle, yeah. And I just really love that relationship so much. And well, my least favorite season has to be season 2. I had to force myself to get through this season, you guys. Ugh. Asylum was so boring. I did not like it. Not one bit. Number 3, The Vampire Diaries. And you might think my age is so girly, but it's a good show. Like at first, I was like, my best friend Hannah, look at, she's pretty cute. Me and her. She was like, you need to watch this show. And I was like, what show? And she's like, Vampire Diaries. I'm like, that sounds like Twilight, and I hate Twilight. And she was like, oh, it's nothing like Twilight. And she's like, it's about a girl who falls in love with a vampire, but then there's werewolves. And I was like, girl, this is Twilight. Like, but it's not. It's like better than, well, the first season's kind of boring, but once you get into it, it's good. And my favorite character has to be Damon Salvatore. And my least favorite has to be, I don't really have a least favorite character. Like, I love everyone. I can't think of one right now, so, you know what, blank. Number 2 is Grey's Anatomy. And you might be like, Maya, you are the most girly little thing I've ever seen. But it's a good show. Like, it's about doctors, and you should know about it because everyone knows about Grey's Anatomy. And if you don't, then watch it because it's good. And, yeah, so go watch it. But My favorite character is Mark Salone. When they killed him, I killed myself for a minute there. Elias, because he's hilarious, and he has Sophia with the lesbian girl. And my least favorite person in this show is nobody. Again, I don't hate anyone in this show. My top 3, I don't hate anybody. Well, except for maybe my number 1. But, okay, well, I don't really hate anybody in my top 3. Like, I love everyone. Like, there are people who I kind of dislike, but never hate. Like, they're part of the story, and I need them there. Alright. Are you guys ready? No, you're not! Oh, wait. Okay. My number 1 favorite show. Suspenseful music. Cue. It's Jane the Virgin. Ooh, I love that show! You know, like, Maya, you're very girly. Stop saying that you're not, because you are. You're right, I am. Deal with it. I love Jane the Virgin with all my heart and soul. I can watch it every day, all day, all my life. And I do, sometimes. I watch at least 1 episode a day, I'm not even lying. Like, I love it. Except when I don't have a phone, which is so annoying. Have you ever gotten grounded? You know what I'm talking about. My favorite character is everyone. My least favorite is nobody. Except for Petra a little bit. I love the show. It's so good. And I love Mateo. I love the fact that she was artificially inseminated. And I love Raphael. I love Michael. It was so annoying. The last episode, I'm not going to spoil it just in case you haven't watched it. But last episode, season 2? Yeah, season 2. And I remember that I found out that the second season was on Netflix because I'm sad and I don't have cable and I have to watch it on Netflix. When I found out it was on Netflix was the night before I went to a Jeezy concert. If you don't know who that is, my favorite singer, but we'll get into that later. But, yeah. And we stayed up way too late watching it. Like, yeah. That is it, you guys. Those were my favorite shows. And if you liked any of those shows, you should like this because they're great shows. Or if you don't like any of them, you should comment which ones are your favorite. And, bye, guys! Sometimes I wish my mom would have had a half abortion. I'm just kidding, the wrong stuff. Alright, bye, guys.